I mean, Oregon's got like a lot of definitely strange things that are very unique to Oregon itself. And I just think this is like another piece of it. I feel like it's part of the cultural identity.
I know a lot of people who come to Oregon out of state and they hate that we have attendants, but I mean, I don't mind it because you don't have to get out of your car.
Where I'm from, like, if you're walking down the street and someone starts talking to you, or like you're in a gas station and someone starts talking to you, it's like, whoa, something's gonna go, something's gonna happen, like, this isn't really cool. So I feel like it definitely goes hand in hand with that, like, one, the cultural identity of Oregon, but also like that very talkative Oregon-y kind of whatever, It's like Twin Peaksy, how like everyone's very like, "Ooh, did you hear this?" And I don't know, I feel like Oregon has that kind of vibe. And like, I just get to be a part of it at a gas station where you don't feel like you're gonna get stabbed. So. It's kind of like anything. There's like the job you could take, but then there's the job you like should take for yourself. And I think that this is more the job you should take.
Personally, I wanted to be around some guys and just like do some good work and work with my hands. That was it. So that's what attracted me. It was just mostly working with my hands and something simple so I could start taking better care of myself.
I'm kind of a chatty person, so I like interacting with a bunch of people, and I get to pet dogs a lot too, so that's kind of fun.
I feel like some people would get like just uneasy about it, but I don't know.
Why do you think people would be uneasy about it?
Just because it's someone else like making contact with your vehicle, I guess.
It's weird. Like, it's a very weird position, and it was necessary back in the day when getting gas was operating a heavy machine. But like now we just do the service station kind of shtick. So, it's very old-timey. Like when your car is needed to get topped off with fluids every time you got gas because things were weird, or like, all that strange kind of stuff.
Because, I'm not going to get out of the car to pump the gas if somebody's there to pump it and they're getting paid for it. And I guess they might get tips too, it's just increasing, job opportunity.
Don't have much experience. This is something that doesn't require experience. So I think like that whole idea is like, oh, we're putting people to work and now you're taking that away. I think that might kind of affect the culture of like, oh, well, now you just increase the unemployment rate.
A lot of the time it's like people come right to town. First job they get's like the easiest job they can get. And it helps people like get on their feet. I've noticed like the most.
It is giving me stability in my personal life. I get to have a little more time to spend with friends, and I don't really have to prepare. It's like I just put my work clothes on and I go to work. So, the last job I had to, I really had to plan the day ahead. I had to be there, early so I can make food and, support people. And here it's just kind of helping out.
People are getting more impatient, I think, than they used to be. That might be one thing that's driving self-serve a little. I know if you're not there in a couple seconds, their head's flipping around to see where you are, and that's just the way everything's moving that direction. Everyone's instant gratification and now no waiting. But I don't think that self-serve will provide that no waiting aspect that they might be looking for. I just don't see that it being a real advantage, either cost-wise or convenience.
I think it's a bit goofy, but I don't know. It feels bad to say that like these people shouldn't be employed to do something. I'm always down for more employment, but I don't know. It seems like a weird rule to have.
It's really important. We need more jobs. We need jobs that pay well, and I think these are jobs that keep us safe as well as comfortable. So I am very much in favor of keeping our gas attendants.
There's an opportunity for us to ensure that individuals who are starting off in life with looking for jobs, or those who may not have the skill sets to be hired in other arenas, should have the opportunity to be able to provide for themselves and their families. And for me, this is one of those things that I'm much more key into, and because there's no direct correlation of savings to any individual in your pocketbooks for having self-serve gas. It had the arguments that brought forward did not have the merit.
In some ways, Eugene is really innovative and forward-thinking, and in some ways we're really parochial, and we like it the way it is. And I think that most of Eugene likes having someone else do it, and they like having people employed. The only way I could maybe see some frustrations if it was a lot of customers and not enough attendants, and you felt like, well, I didn't have to wait, I could just do it and be gone.
There's been some issues as to availability of individuals traveling in and around rural communities at different times of day, and not being able to access gas. And as you can imagine, their gas stations aren't plenishing in the sense of seeing a lot of new ones coming in, and some actually have shut down. And so one of the arguments that came forward was that we want to make certain not only the individuals living in those areas, but people who are commuting and driving through have the opportunity to be able to get gas and fuel on off hours.
It does become a little bit difficult if we need gas in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
We're trying to find a place that's open.
That feels good to help people out. And I like showing people too, where like they'll come and they'll say, oh, I don't know how to put air in my tires. I'm like, all right, come here. Like, I'll show you how to do it. So like, I want to show people so they can do it, so I don't have to. That's half of it, because I'm lazy. But the other half, like, it actually feels good to like show someone how to do something.
People who've been coming here for years, I guess, like, they already have this high expectation of like, oh, we got to do everything. Because yes, we are a full service station, but sometimes we get busy. So then if we don't do like, oh, check the oil, do the windshields, but we're busy, some of them are like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. Why'd you guys do this? You know, we have this whole idea of like, if you get over 8 gallons on the fill up, we'll throw you a car wash. Well, they're a little upset. Sometimes I'll give them like a car wash so they get at least 8 gallons if they didn't fill up. Sometimes it flips their like frown to like a smile. So it's like, all right, cool. At least probably they'll come back again, you know. Kind of keep that like, you know, keep the customer happy.
That's another thing culturally, because we have a lot of interaction with people here, conversations and so forth, and that would certainly go away in a self-serve type of thing. We've had long-standing customers that come from actually other states, other countries, that people in Canada that come to us if they happen to visit here, or people who come from the far side of Springfield or Cottage Grove or whatever. And especially when the owner's there and you have a rapport with those people in a self-serve type situation, that would be a cultural thing that would go away.
It's unique. It is, and I think that's what Oregon is about, is doing their own thing.
I feel like it's part of the cultural identity, because there's 2 states that do it. So it's kind of nice to know that like it's one of the states. And I mean, I don't like yelling at people, but I like telling people like, yeah, it's super weird.